I was at work today. Excuse me. I said there was a lot going on. I haven't gotten caught up on all of it yet, but there's some things I want to discuss with some people, and I'm hoping that in doing this, we can get some of this solved here. I'm not going to. I don't want to turn this into a giant screaming match or yelling. I'm going to post a link in the chat. Hoping a couple of people will come on here and we can get some of this settled. I did see earlier that Billy had the child molester holding his child on camera, which bothered me. And that's going to continue to bother me. And the reason being is because I don't believe any child or baby should be subjected to being held or touched or looked at or even thought of by a child molester. That's number one. Number two is the violent outbursts I'm seeing from people. Someone in particular. Hi, Devin99. Again, I'm going to post the link, and I'm going to wait for a couple of people. And I'm going to hope that this goes the way that I have it planned and not out of order, because I'm not trying to make this worse than what it already is. I mean, it's as bad as I think it can get right now. There's really nothing you can do to justify people's actions. What's up, Justin? Nothing you can do to justify the actions of the picture I was sent. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I was at work at my desk, and I was already upset after I saw the live stream. And I'm very proud of Wicked Crew. I want to give props to them for getting rid of Billy, because I think that was the best decision that they probably could have ever made. The fact that he put Nightmare in the situation he did by letting someone who tried to molest his 13-year-old daughter move into his home with his wife and child is not only disgusting and despicable, it's disturbing and unnatural. And a lot of us have come to the conclusion, and if you really think about it, I've never heard a man, and this is coming from a female. I know women women are against child molesting, but men see it in a totally different way. I know my son's dad is so against child molesters. It's like he can almost sense when someone's a child molester. I also know somebody else who can sense when someone's a child molester. And it's been right a lot of the time. But for someone to defend a child molester to the lengths and extremes that he went to makes me believe that he himself has done something, say everything in cursive, hi spooky, makes me believe that he himself, and I don't want to put out allegations that I don't know are true. I didn't watch Blue's video yet. I'm going to do that after this. Hi Suplex, how are you? If you want to come on later, I will let you on. I actually want to talk to you about what you wanted for Christmas. We were going to talk about that, but that's another topic. From what I'm seeing, it's like if a guy defends a child molester and says they deserve a second chance, which I can't even believe I'm even repeating, it seems like to me that they might be a child molester as well, or have thoughts of it, because why would that even come out of your mouth? I would never condone cannibalism if I didn't think of being cannibal. I would never condone child molesting unless I had at one time either forgave a child molester, which I can't see anyone doing that. That's crazy. Or but he was really, really pushing the issue here. He had mentioned, I hope, Tim, you're right. I hope someone is there to protect that child. I would never, ever, ever on a live stream, let alone in public, in private, to anybody, say that child, not even just one, all child molesters across the spectrum of whatever they've done, deserve a second chance. And he was letting him live with him, but on a short rope, which made me and Valiant George both at the same time question, like, what are you using your baby for? Like bait, like a wild animal, just waiting for him to attack because he said he would murder him if he did. So I'm thinking, like, is that why he's like, why would he be doing this? Why is he doing that? I don't get it. I'm confused by it, and I will never understand it, and I will never forgive that comment coming out of his mouth. And the picture I was sent, I don't know if you guys saw it. I mean, if you guys watched the live stream, I'm sure you did. But again, I was at work, and someone sent it to me. I think Billy is a potential pedophile. That's what every guy that I've talked about this has said, that he wouldn't be defending them so hard if he wasn't. And that bothers me a lot. Really, really bothers me. Hi, Nightmare. I'm pasting the link in here. Well, I'm trying to get 2 people in here right now. We're going to see if they come on. If they, actually, I can let, you guys can come on until they show up. But I'm going to have a conversation with hopefully Kiki and Heather, just us 3 for a couple minutes, to talk to her about these decisions and how I tried to warn her in the kindest way possible before all this started, because I actually do think Heather was in a bad situation. And I've never disliked Heather. It was just she started following the Wicked crew and acting the way they were acting, and it was not Heather's character. Hi, Padilla, and I'm glad the champ sent you. The champ is amazing. He's awesome. I don't know. Hopefully I can get her on here now so I can talk to her. And yeah, you didn't really miss anything. We're just talking. I was talking about the fact that I can never forgive Billy with the child molester, especially since Nightmare, you know that it's true because it was against your own daughter. And that's supposed to be someone from your crew. Like, it's really disturbing to me, to say the least. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this picture. I'm going to try here. But this is them on live. Oh, there we go. There's them on live, and there's the child molester holding the baby. Does anybody find that acceptable? Look at the smile on the guy's face, too. Like, and they're not even paying attention. Like, they don't even care. They're like, oh, he's got the baby in the background. We don't even care. We're on live. We're talking crap about this person. We're talking shit about this person. Fuck them all. Like, that shit is not even cool. That shit's not cool. We got the champ here. He wants to come on. Hey, champ, hey. How are you?
Good.
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Okay. So we were talking about that you said you watched the Santa Tracker, hey, every year?
Yep.
What do you want for Christmas this year?
What I want for Christmas is the Universal Championship title.
The Universal Championship title. Okay. Oh, here's Heather. Okay, hang on, Flex. Let me talk to her real quick, okay? Give me 1 second. Hey, Heather.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Are you by yourself? Everything's okay?
He's in the background playing a racing game. He's always done.
He's not going to interrupt you or anything.
No.
I kind of was hoping you could go in a different room. I didn't really want him because I don't want him to start yelling.
He's right. Something else popped off earlier, and he's pissed off about that, so he's over there calming down playing a video game.
Okay, so...
Did you see that video he uploaded on his channel yet?
No, I saw the one where he was saying really bad things about me when I'm not the one who even called the police. Very bad things. Very, very bad things. And I was very shocked that he did, because I really did not do that. And now, even though there's proof of that, I don't know why he can't just apologize to certain people, because maybe then they wouldn't be as mad. But he did kind of scream Heather at a lot of people.
Yeah, but he did make a video personally apologizing to you.
Oh, did he? Okay, I'll have to watch that.
Video apologizing to you.
Okay. Would he consider apologizing to Max or Violent George or anybody that tried to help him to stop?
Not really, because he feels like they kind of screwed him over. That's how he feels, and until one of them make the first move, they're not going to.
Okay, so this is kind of just
Like, going to be like, I'm not going to say nothing to them. I'm going to give them their space. If they want to continue the shit, let them continue it. I'm going to go over here and do my own thing type of thing.
yeah, I can see him. He's back there playing the race game. Kiki, I'm gonna post the link in here. I want Kiki to come on and talk to you because she doesn't have a problem with you either, Heather. It's just like ever since you moved over there, like with the whole Wicked crew, not even all of them. I don't want to blame them all, but Priscilla and Billy seems like make you into a more angry person too, which I know you're not. I know you well enough to know that, and I don't think you knew everything that was going on. Hi, Kiki.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, Heather.
Hi. Can you walk in the other room, or is he gonna like follow you?
It's not. It's just it has more light here.
Want just a girl conversation.
Yeah, we don't, and we can make this a list.
No.
We don't have to keep the stream up if you don't want to. We just want to talk to you, just girls talking, like without guys interrupting, because they do that, and you know that.
It's the only one that's got really, really good light.
Okay.
Heather.
I just don't really want him to hear everything we're saying.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, we want to
Actually, yeah.
Let me ask him if I
It's
can
really, tell him it's nothing personal. It's just a conversation that.
What you said on that video.
Alright, so look, Jamie, the only reason why I came to you was because Doc Wicked in there, it had nothing to do with Bill. It was mostly Doc Wicked and Nightmare that was saying that you were the one that did it, which I found out it was fucking Rufus that made those calls.
Well, that's why you shouldn't really believe things you hear without knowing the truth first.
I know, and like I said in that video, I do apologize for attacking you.
And I will watch it, and I'll talk to you about that later. I just really want to have a conversation with me, Kiki, and Heather. So if, like, she can walk outside and smoke a cigarette, if you could just let her do that for a couple of minutes. We just
on your laptop.
Alright.
thank you, Heather.
I got my phone.
She's gonna go off on her phone.
No, he's making sure that I had it just in case my girl called me.
Hope he doesn't start just watching us on his computer now. It's not the point of it either. We now this is coming from me, and I have kids, and I don't know if Kiki has kids. I know
I take care of my mom, though.
Kiki's taken psychology for years. So did I.
Oh, no, I haven't taken psychology. I've been a tattooer since I was 19.
Oh, she's a great tattoo artist, by the way. You should see all of her stuff on Instagram. It's really cool.
Thank you.
But Kiki, when I told her the situation with you, she didn't know what really happened.
Yeah. Heather, I want to
Bad.
apologize and say I'm really sorry for the comments I made. I'm sure that they hurt your feelings. They would hurt mine if I were to say that. I really am sorry.
Hold on, Sisnak. That comment is not true. He's never laid a hand on me, and the cops got called out here twice.
Just focus on what we're
Yeah, don't look at the chat.
Don't look at the chat.
Don't worry. This is where you guys get. This is where stuff gets bad. When you pay attention to the chat, it just
I
makes
just
it worse.
wanted to clear that up, though.
Well, people are gonna believe what they want, Heather.
I know.
There's nothing. But what we kind of want to talk to you about is how you feel now that you left and you're not with your daughter. Because it bothers me to think.
I mean, I do miss her, but it's just like I still talk to her every day.
I know, but it's not the same.
I know, but we're working on a whole custody thing. We're working on that. We're working on visitation and all that.
Now, do you think Chance with his live streaming and screaming like that, if he won't stop, even when you ask, like, you think she's going to get scared? Do you, like, because I was thinking of some ideas, like, if you really wanted to get your daughter and you really wanted to be with your kids, there's right downstairs, you could live for me and get your job back or work with me and have your daughter, and you would not have to rely on anybody.
Well, that's the issue. I'm kind of, like, there's a lot. That's not the main issue. I can't get them back. It's not that. It's just.
I know you can get them back. It's just, do you want to be stuck there? Is what I'm asking, because I don't see this.
Actually, I'm not stuck here. I'm not stuck here. That's not the issue. I'm not stuck here.
Are you happy being there? Are you like genuinely happy?
I am happy.
You miss your wife and your baby, because that's what it's
the
going to
only
seem.
down part. But I am happy here. Other than all this other BS going on, the cops being called out here for no reason. That's what pissed me off.
What Jamie's trying to articulate to you is that she's not coming from a judgmental place. Like, do you miss your baby? She's she's trying to gauge and feel out like how comfortable you would be with the idea of the whole reason why you can't have your daughter with you right now is because there's just not room at
there is room. There is room. There's room for both of my kids here.
Okay.
It's just we got to get everything set up and baby proofed and all that. That's what that is.
Right. Because she's giving you an opportunity to transfer or get a job, and she'd also help you get employment, and you could live in a situation where you're not under somebody's, where you could be independent and have
I was very independent before.
Right. You could have your daughter with you. You could have a job. You don't have to, worry about living with, Cyrax's mom and dealing with some of the issues that are there. You could have a home where it's already ready for a baby.
It's not just me in that case. It's the fact you gotta look at my wife. My wife didn't want me to bring her. It had nothing to do with this or anything like that.
I know your wife didn't want you to leave either, but doesn't your wife have to move out too?
Yeah, and she's getting ready to do that herself.
Where is she going? Is she going somewhere else?
I don't know yet. But
So would you consider moving in with your wife somewhere else and your baby?
that's still up for discussion. That's all a discussion. That's pretty much all that is.
Okay, because I don't want you to feel, and I can tell I know you have anxiety, and I can tell when you look like you're about to cry, Heather, and it makes me want to cry because I don't.
Okay, I'm a crier.
And everything.
Like, I've been in abusive relationships, and I'm not saying you're being hit. I'm not saying that, but he doesn't leave you alone for 5 seconds. You have anxiety. I can see where that would get you irritated and stressed. And this whole internet thing, me and Kiki talked about it. It stresses her out too sometimes. I've cried on live streams plenty of times. And you're not part of the Juggalo community to where you should be subjected to this stuff.
Yeah, I never claimed to be a part of that, of course.
No.
She was just saying, if she didn't know if you were maybe used to some of the...
No, she's not.
Or stuff like that, it's probably hard to get used to,
You know what she's gonna say.
No, she's not.
See, I can't.
No, it's not. It's something else.
I don't want him to follow you around and think we're doing this to be mean to him.
Go inside.
No, you know what? You done fucked up, bitch.
Get
No,
inside.
you done fucked up. Telling her all this shit, you done fucked up, you fucking cunt bag.
Oh, God.
Heather, it's not
Is he calling you a cunt bag, Heather?
I'm calling both of y'all bitches cunt bags.
Oh my God! See, Heather,
I know
and not have your baby there. Somebody needs to call the police for real because now I'm definitely worried for her. I don't know if he was talking to us or talking to her. Take your call, somebody right now, and I will take blame for this. If somebody, I'm wanting to do it myself, but I don't have the address or anything. Whoever does, please get a hold of it. That is not okay, Kiki. Do you see what I'm saying? She looked like she's about to cry.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be there. She said that's up for discussion later because she doesn't want him to hear it. He's in there spying and watching her, and then he attacks me and you and her.
I don't even, that, you could tell she was freaked out, dude.
She got scared immediately.
There's something wrong, dude,
Something is very, very wrong.
That's not normal.
Everybody just saw that. I mean, she went outside, he agreed, and now he's like, you just...
Do you have her number? Can you call her? Do you have her number?
No, she changed it. He made her change it the other day, so I can't even do that. I can't even do that now. I can message her on Instagram, but if he's got her phone, which he snatched from her again and shut it off, how am I going to get a hold of her? It's going to be him. He's got her hostage. You hear how he's oh, they fucked why we're trying to get her a place to live.
What the fuck?
This is a hostage situation. I was not talking bad about him, except for saying, do you really think your baby should be around someone who screams like that all day? That's the only thing I said.
Nobody was even saying you got to break up with Cyrax. You were just trying to
you want to be on your own in your own apartment, safe with your daughter and possibly your wife.
Is that really his number? Because I'll call it.
Somebody, please, because Cyrax probably is hitting her. I'm not. That was probably the worst. I mean, I've seen him go after her on camera.
Call her a fucking cunt, a fucking bitch, and
And then he tried to say, I'm talking to you guys. No, he was talking to her. And then he just switched it around on us because he saw it was outside. I bet you he was watching on his computer inside the whole time. I knew that when she messages me and she's like, I have to do it in private because I can't let him know. And like, that already makes me feel.
No, that's a bad sign. Like, you should be able to do and say anything in front of your
Because me and her would talk all the time before she moved in there.
Yeah.
And like, another thing is like, she smokes weed, which I have no problem with anyone smoking weed. I can't because of my job. Right. But like, that would help her with anxiety, and she'd call me and like be giggling and laughing with her baby and her wife and like happy, even though she was in a bad situation, sleeping on a kitchen floor.
Yeah, he was definitely calling her a cunt because he called her a cunt and like Jamie.
Yeah, he was. He said, "You fucked up, you cunt," to her, and then snatched her phone out of her hand and pulled her in the door, towards the door. And I have no way of getting a hold of her.
This must be a house phone because I've never heard somebody's cell phone ring this long.
Yeah, they never answer that number. If that's the house number, his mom hopefully will answer because.
Oh, I would love to talk to his fucking piece of shit mother.
I talked to her one day.
Sorry, but
I did. I told her that he was harassing people online and it needed to stop. It was bullying and it was disrespectful. And I didn't appreciate the way she was allowing him to act. And she said she would handle it, but that's not done anything. That was a while ago. I just cannot believe that.
Not even the language so much, but just the whole like coming out and being like, "Yo, what the fuck? No, this ends right now." I think it's something like he said, something like that.
Oh, someone saying he said cunt bags. Did he say it the first or second time? Because the first time he said, you cunt, you fucked up.
Right.
And then when we were like, is he talking to you? He was like, no, cunt bags right there. So he said 2 different times. And I think that he turned it around on us because he knows that I already said, if you follow her and attack her when we're trying to talk to her, we can't have that.
This has been a hell of a night for women beaters. I mean, they're out.
Do you want to explain to me what happened or what happened earlier with you saw the picture with the guy holding the baby, right? Like that's oh my God.
And I got sent on, you'll love this. I got sent by oh shit, my phone's dead. Hold on.
Juggalo John, you were right. He is a straight piece of shit. And what he just did, he was talking to Heather, and then he turned it around on me and Kiki and called us cunt fakes after he said, "You fucked up, you fucking cunt," to Heather. That's exactly what just happened.
I'm very worried for her because I'm very sure that he's like verbally and physically abusing her.
Rebecca N., I hope you're not here to cause trouble, but what he definitely just did to Heather was abusive.
Yeah.
And stalking, and like he can't even give her 5 seconds to smoke a cigarette. She was literally
to like help her financially, like get out of there. Like,
well, I talked to my landlord, and she's like reasonable. She works with people and stuff, and like if they would transfer back to Walmart or I could get her a job, she would wait to let her pay her.
Yeah, she would take it. I'd get her. I mean, I'd help fund a bus ticket, and I'd also like talk to my subscribers and other people.
We've said this, and like she always says it's up for discussion. You could tell, like she doesn't want to. She's afraid to say it because look what just happened. The minute she said it's even up for discussion, it's like get your ass back in the house. Like who do you think you are doing that to a girl? When they were in the car on the way, and the baby wasn't there, and I said, "Where's the baby?"
Yeah,
and her face just like she put her head like this, and she like looked like she's just gonna cry.
I'll be totally honest, you guys. Like, I didn't know like much about cyrax. I didn't like watch them that often, and when I do, it'd be like I'd be painting or something, and like, and if he'd be in the background, so I didn't realize like what a little lying, creepy piece of shit he is.
Now, can you agree with me on this, Kiki?
Sorry for him because you know the way he
looked. Okay, so everybody can agree that just because the way he looked, people thought he was slow.
Yeah. Well,
he might be slow on certain social things, like. Okay, what it is with him is he has such a God complex. He wants to believe that this stuff is real because he thinks he's better than everybody else.
But that shit right there.
But this is. No wonder a girl faked her death or killed herself or whatever this instance
right?
was away from him.
Like, was it that? Like, I would fake my death to like get away from him. Oh my God.
and no one can get a hold of her. Like, I'm hoping she comes back on, but is he gonna let her? I'm probably not. He's probably gonna make a whole video. So I guess he made an apology video to me. But what I told her earlier was,
that's the thing, Janie. He like you can. He'll
sorry.
cuss you out again. Like he's just not mentally right. And another thing, your makeup looks very on point tonight.
Oh, thanks. I like your eyelashes. I tell people that all the time.
Well, thank you.
I do my eyelashes every morning, and I've been lazy about it lately. But yeah, I just can't believe. Maybe Von George wants to come on here and talk about this, or Music is Marty. Like, somebody needs to come on here because, like, I'm gonna post it again. This is just wrong. Now Cyrax is live. This is what he does. Now he's live, and he's probably going off on us.
Oh my God!
Saying we're trying to kidnap his girlfriend, which I guess I was trying to kidnap her.
Okay.
The better boys too. No, I really just want to make sure her baby and her are reunited and she's not miserable. I know she misses her wife. They've been best friends for like 10 years. I was watching her TikTok videos back from like when it started.
Mm-hmm.
It was like her and her wife and the baby. And it seemed like she was a genuinely happy person. And then like the family said they couldn't stay because they were sleeping on the kitchen floor. The baby in a crib in the kitchen. And she had nowhere to go.
People watching him and people like, you know, going in there. Well, I get trolling and it's whatever, but if you were a fan of his, I don't understand how that's possible at this point. But if you were and you go there and you kiki with him and hang out, you're enabling and encouraging this guy to continue being a piece of shit.
And be an abusive person. Like, there's mental abuse is sometimes worse than physical abuse. Whether we see him choking her out on camera or not, she's got high anxiety and that she's back. Hang on, there she is. She's back now. Why did he yell like that, Heather?
Pretty much, he heard what y'all were saying and he took it the wrong way. And honestly, what y'all are saying, y'all are taking it way out of context. He's not in here. Y'all want to see, he's not in here.
Okay.
He scared me. That scared me. I don't know.
He's got basically pissed off about what happened and he heard what y'all were saying. And he's not abusive.
You should talk to you like that, though, honey. That's
It wasn't calling me a cuntbag. He was talking to y'all.
honey.
That's still not okay, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't be talked to like that, dude. That's not okay.
We're trying to stop all these guys from treating all girls like this.
I've worked with men, and I've, you know, like, trust me, we all joke around and stuff like that, but if any guy at the shop was mad at me and called me a cunt bag and threatened me, that's verbal abuse. It's not okay.
He told y'all that because he heard what was said and everything.
Right, but
He shouldn't call anybody that, though. That's just not...
And I heard him call you one, and then he said it to us. You don't need to be embarrassed, and I know it's very embarrassing, trust me, but don't cover and take up for his bad behavior.
I'm not. That's not what it is. I took psychiatry. I took all of that.
I don't know that you're a very smart girl. It's not that. I'm just saying that, like, you don't have to cover for him. Like, this isn't your fault. You're not responsible for what he said.
No.
See, people in the chat are even saying, like, verbal abuse is still abuse. He had no reason to go up at anybody. Everyone's just concerned.
No, hold on. It's not verbal abuse. He's not verbal
I'd be very embarrassed if my boyfriend called any of my girlfriends cunt bags and yelled at them.
Or, like, when his mom has to tell him to stop screaming, that's not okay. She shouldn't have to hear that either.
Yeah. And it embarrasses me for you because you're better than that. You don't deserve that. And the other thing is this.
And you were happier before this.
If he's willing to do that and embarrass you like that online in front of people, I worry about what he does when the camera's not on.
Violent George. But the thing is, though, it wasn't verbal abuse towards me. There is some really, really... I'm not going to get into it. What happens off live stream? I see that smile on Kiki's face. She knows what I'm talking about.
Right.
Y'all don't know what goes on off the YouTube and everything. We're pretty happy off the internet bullshit.
But your daughter is your daughter, okay?
I know that.
You get a boyfriend. You're pretty, Heather. You could go be with anybody. I'm not saying you have to break up with him either. That wasn't what we were saying.
Yeah, not at all.
That's not what we were saying.
You want a situation where you could have your daughter with you.
You could have a car. You could go drive to him. I don't live that far from him. You could go drive and see him whenever you want and just have your daughter, have your wife with you.
You can just marinate on it. You don't have to make a decision today.
You don't have to say it right now. I'm just saying that there's always another option for you to be happy with your wife and daughter and him too, if that's what you really wanted to do. But just leaving them two and staying there and then look at all this internet stuff. Your daughter, I'm sure, misses you. It bothers you. She probably misses you.
Yeah, I mean, nothing goes on after the dream, Shane. Like, y'all, all this is all the drama on the internet, and he's just tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Don't even look at the chat. We're talking to you. Like, you can marinate on it.
I'm letting y'all know what's going on. Like, it's for everything. Like, it's just this internet stuff. Like, if nobody blows me up on Facebook about, oh, look what they done said about this and all that, we're perfectly chilled.
Right, but the thing is that you, like, but in reality, you're blaming the internet, but you guys are constantly on live streams and on the internet. So it's not the internet's fault. Because I'm on the internet a lot, and my boyfriend doesn't talk to me like that.
Well, it's all the shit people are saying.
But like no customer at the shop would talk to me like that, and people would allow it.
That's why I'm not with Sean, is because the way he treated me, and he can't live with me or my children. I've been in situations just for his mouth alone.
And I'll tell you this, Heather, like when I escaped a really abusive relationship. Like I'd never taken a bus before in my life, and I got on one. I left everything.
This ain't abuse, though. That's not what it is.
I wish that I would have had girlfriends be like, "Hey, we got you. We'll get you out." I wish that I was like brave enough.
Y'all are seeing something different. Y'all are taking something out of complete context. It's
right.
not
I scream all the time, and nobody's ever had to come to me and be like, "You need to escape your life."
My daughter would be safe.
So there's reason
your daughter cannot be around that. That is not okay. Somebody, you got to think of her age.
I'm safer here than when I was down there.
With your baby with you, with the constant live streams and screaming and yelling and throwing those tantrums, will scare her.
Jamie, you listen, Jamie, you want to know what the vendor ones did? They threatened to fucking kidnap her. That's why.
No one's gonna kidnap her.
How do you know
I don't
that?
know where that came from.
The vendor boys was 4 blocks away from here. How do you know they ain't gonna do shit? How do you fucking know that?
They live 4 blocks away from you?
Juggalo John was 4 blocks away from here.
Juggalo John is not a kidnapper.
Do what?
And this is supposed to be a conversation with us, which I wish you wouldn't even be putting yourself in.
Well, guess what? When it comes to her, that is my business. That's my
business. Do you see Kiki's boyfriend on here screaming in the background? Do you see a guy in my house?
I thought Violent George was your boyfriend. That was the rumor going around.
You know something? You don't have motherfuckers threatening to kidnap your boyfriend or girlfriend, do you? No. So you need to keep your damn mouth shut. You don't have that going on.
I'm not being mean to him.
Stop yelling. Stop yelling.
You need to chill the fuck out and stop doing that shit.
Heather, you want a man like this to be around your daughter?
Hey, why don't you shut your fucking face?
You have a little girl.
Alright, I'm gonna let you order someone out because he's doing that, I'm gonna have no choice. And not at you, Heather, just at him because
Jamie, fuck you bitch.
What happened? You have
you don't
have 5 minutes for yourself.
No, listen. No, shut the fuck up.
Listen, guy. Her daughter's more important than you every day of the week.
No, this is what I do. You're not to get that. I don't understand.
Well, to have
shut up for this song.
cyrax because he's
no, listen for me, all right? This is what I find funny. No, listen.
Work.
He's very possessive over you. Like,
no,
I know you tried to break up with him.
He's in a cyrax.
No, shut the fuck up.
All day.
This is just insanity. I can't even believe this.
You're better, Heather.
Yep.
You're not.
Did she get cut off again?
Is that how Cyrax is going to act when her kid is there?
Yes.
That's a very safe environment.
It's not safe, and that's what we're trying to explain. It's not, and it's just unacceptable. And I don't know why Body's trying to get on, but after he made that video about me for no reason, he's definitely not coming on. Catalicious, is she okay to come on? She wants to come on.
Yeah, she's fine to come on.
Okay. Cat, hi.
Yeah. What's up?
How do you feel about this? As being a female, as what we're trying to get across to her, and you can tell by the look on her face, her even saying that she wants to think about it. She's not as comfortable as what she...
No. She's having to cover for him, like,
Do you notice how her voice elevates when he starts yelling? Like,
is it another Billy incident?
Yes.
This is worse. This is just worse. She can't even go outside. Like, she can't even go outside for 5 minutes to talk to us. And all I was doing, we were not saying break up with him. That was not it. Sometimes distance.
I am. Break up with him.
Well, yeah. We were saying it before he started calling us clowns and anything else. But what I was saying was maybe she should move in with her baby because her baby is adorable and I'm sure she misses her. And I know Heather misses her. She's got a wife who misses her. Her wife has nowhere to go. Her daughter's about to have nowhere to go. And she's sitting over there when
me and my girlfriends, I could literally message one of my girlfriends right now, tell her Heather's situation, and my friend would buy her a plane ticket.
How do you know she's not being held hostage?
Well, that just happened. We just watched it live. She was outside talking to us. And
that's a great question, though, Kat. Like, we have no idea.
Right? You can't even smoke a cigarette without him coming out, calling her a cunt, then calling us cunts, and then snatching her phone and pulling her in the door and shutting it off.
Feel in reality for, like, a second, ladies. Like, she's saying that she can't bring her child there because it's not ready yet. It's never going to be ready.
No. That's what he's telling her, to make her stay.
Going to be ready.
That's what people do when they want to make somebody believe something that probably is never going to happen.
Like, if he was a real man, he would never, like, be, like, he would get a job, take care of her, want to provide for her, like, he's never going to be able to get his shit together. He's just not capable. So, some people just don't have that shit in them. I don't know.
And it's really sad because I talked to Heather when all this happened. I saw her in the car on the way there, and I feel partially responsible because when she said she had nowhere to go, I didn't think he would really go get her. But, like, I was actually calling shelters in her area trying to find a place for her, and there were none. She was right, there was none. Yeah. So at that point, I'm like, well, she can't be homeless with a baby. But then when her wife saw Cyrax's behavior, she was like, my daughters are not going.
Absolutely.
And I wish I could contact her because she doesn't like him. And she was very upset Heather was leaving. She said, I'm losing my best friend. That's what she told me on a private Skype call. She did not want her to go with him. Like, Heather had a good job. She worked every day from, 2 a.m. until, I think, noon. She was working those weird hours every day. She had her own vehicle there. She had her daughter, and she lived with her wife. Now you don't have that. You just have this. And it's not healthy.
No.
So was it like a homosexual type thing, or?
They're married. She is into girls and guys, I guess.
I said hobo.
I have.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to be mean to her because I feel that she's being treated badly enough over there. But I understood what you said now. But yeah, I find it really hard to be mean to somebody who, when I message, they message me back like she can't even let him know she's talking to me.
That's like one of the biggest signs of like an abusive relationship. 100%.
So I think she got into a situation she didn't know what she was getting into, and now she can't get out of it.
And now she can't even talk about getting out of it because every time she does, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Well, do you have his address? Send a welfare check over there.
I don't have his address, but if I had it, I would call.
Whoever does, if somebody does, I'm asking them to because I don't, and I really.
$5 they can talk to him.
I want to make sure she's okay.
Cyrax.
What?
They can get his address.
Who?
Anybody who has $5.
What? I guess anybody that has $5 can get cyrax stocks. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. So, Kat, you have kids, right? You have kids?
Yes, I have 4.
Could you imagine just getting up and leaving your children in another state and moving with someone like him?
No.
And then missing your children so much that you regret it, but at the same time, I think he's got her under some kind of like, she really believes that he loves her and he's trying to help her. I think he just wants somebody with them to control.
Yeah.
He's very controlling.
Yeah, I can see that.
And everybody keeps saying in the chat, like, it's just going to be bad. 24 Eyes wants to come on even. I'm going to let him on too. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand what to do here because this is just sickening to me.
I'm trying to find out his address and number. I'll call right now.
That's pretty dumb. I don't know where this kid got that somebody was planning. Like, he said that on a video earlier today, and I was like, what the fuck?
He said it yesterday too.
Yeah, okay, I watched the video the other day, whatever. Somebody's planning on kidnapping. I was like, nobody's planning on kidnapping anyone. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, psycho?
We'll let the champ on too and see what he has to say about this because he doesn't like the abuse. Champ, how do you feel about what you just saw?
That's just fucking stupid what Cyrax did. Because he just needs to learn to leave his woman alone sometimes. Because if you don't leave the woman alone to let her talk to you too, to have a fucking cigarette and talk to y'all, he's probably up her ass 24/7. I'm just saying.
Just get it out of him.
You're right, champ. That's true.
Look at that.
I'd beat the shit out of Cyrax.
And this is why I love the champ so much because he understands how wrong this really is. He's not oblivious to the fact either. And they think that we're like trolling or being mean to the champ. That's not it at all. We love him.
No, we legitimately love the champ.
We want the champ around. He's not meaning me. He's not going to call me new cunts right now.
No, I want to help Champ make better videos. I love this content. I watched him. He made a video at Walmart. We just got to get him. Get him some a little bit of editing software and putting together some better camera angles. And we got.
I have their info.
Well, I use my iPhone to record and all that shit.
Okay, Evil's on here now.
What's up, Evil?
Chillin'.
Evil, I don't know how you feel.
I don't got a whole lot to say because they bounced and all that. But number one, if that's how you're gonna talk to women, you need to say more. But to some extent, I think she likes the attention a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Maybe she does like TikTok, and she did say to me that the TikTok back and forth was fun for her because she liked.
I mean, I think she likes the attention. I think that because she's like, when your life is spiraling out of control and you're going through shit, sometimes the shit you entertain.
I don't know. All I know is that
You're right. He does take the ball out of her hand all the time, and this time he called her a cunt and being kiki. That was very
So all that being said, dude, an escape is an escape. If you like attention, that's cool. But yeah, man, Cyrax is a punk bitch and a fucking bum. And what do you think, 24?
I'm just glad that he's not actually physically capable of hurting anybody.
Right. I'm glad he's not a real juggalo either, and he doesn't represent any the community in that way.
You never know. Like, people like that, like, he might not be able to,
He talks a whole bunch of shit and he has a horrible attitude, but thank God he's like not physically capable of like doing too much damage. I think like at least in this situation, Heather could like throw him across the room or something.
Yo,
if you've only been living with somebody,
I don't know if she would, because she told me before she was in a very abusive relationship where she was getting beat on every day, and I think she's got that mindset to where she just has to take it.
Well, real quick, last thing I'm going to say before I jump off. Hang on. Last thing I'm going to say before I jump off is, fuck, I lost my point. It'll come back to me, man. Okay, here it is. I remembered. All right, so if you've been living with someone for only like a week and a half or 2 weeks and they're already calling you a cunt bag, Time to sever ties, fam.
The cops have already been called. He's already alienated. Like, abusers do certain things. They alienate you from family and friends purposely to keep you to themselves. That's a very common abuse tactic. He's done that with her wife, her daughter, now with me and any other friends that she's had. He's made her conform to his group of friends, which was Wicked Crew. And look
How'd
out.
that work out?
Well, I really
All
want
right,
to see
it's
how
all
that's
good.
going to turn out now.
If they pop on later, I might hop on. But
I
head
see
on,
Fast
peace out.
Against Canada's on here. Hi, Fast Against Canada. Yeah, I hope she comes back. I'm legitimately worried again. Like, when it's not her rage quitting, that's him doing that.
Yo, Jamie.
Yeah.
In your comments, She-Wolf was on here.
Was she? I didn't see her.
Yeah,
I would let her on here.
Comments.
If she wants to come out here and talk about it too, she's a girl. That's what I told Heather. I said, look, and Janelle as well. Like, we're just trying to let her know that she can be an independent person, and she doesn't have to put up with that. And she can be with her wife and baby, and then she can go drive and see cyrax on her own. She doesn't need to put up with this whole internet mess that she's gotten stuck into, or the abuse. I mean, Kiki talked about it, and it is abuse. Kiki just said her man doesn't talk to her that way.
Yeah. Well, and he brings all this upon himself. Like, he just endlessly talks shit about everybody and, like, keeps poking and prodding the fucking bear back towards his direction. Every time we ignore them and leave them alone, he comes up with something like we're trying to kidnap her or something.
I think you guys get the point.
Said, why are you talking to her that way? Because he knows.
There's not much more to this video. I mean,
Let's let him calm his ass.
it's just we can see the abuse.
Like 20%, 25% off. It's going. What's that? 25%, 20 plus. $429.99 with 20%, 25% off. Huh?
25% would be 420, 420. It could be 840, and then another 210. So about $10 off.
Alright. Look, they got two versions of it.
And you want the red.
Yeah. I don't want that blue one.
This is where we're trying to talk to Suplex about what he wanted for Christmas. We do really like the champ. Don't
Mm-hmm.
Kiki dominated Billy today. I saw that. Kiki was amazing.
Thank you.
She wasn't even being rude either. She was just stating facts like we were doing now. There's no need to treat people like this.
Well, I've never heard of like a 17-year-old, which is like almost 18. Like, to me, 13 is that's a little girl.
If a 17-year-old girl even came and hit on my son, I would be just as upset.
Yeah, like if I had a 13-year-old daughter and there was a 17-year-old boy in the neighborhood, I would.
Captain, if you want to come on and explain, I would like to hear Captain's thoughts on
younger guys, so.
Yeah,
Get your ass on here, boy.
That's a little girl. Like, if it was a 17-year-old girl.
Thank you, Jimothy. I really am being sincere too. My downstairs is for rent. I would talk to my landlord, who does work with tenants all the time.
Yeah, so we tried to help her, and she didn't want our help.
Before, did you know what was going on with her? Why she moved in with him?
I mean, well,
Yeah.
the wall, see if it's
I know we joke about this stuff, and it is funny.
Does she need a place to stay?
Yes.
She does, in fact.
Do you even have a place to stay?
Shots fired.
Oh my goodness.
It turned actually funny when Ryan came on, but that's all I wanted to show you was the actual full video. Sorry about the quality. It's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And yeah, sorry for all the drama. Hopefully we can get this fixed eventually. Thank you.